it's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and we have another Get Fit With Me series that we're about to do, Yoga Edition. And I found another Black YouTuber, Black Yogi YouTuber. You know me, I've been trying to find them. And this is a good channel because it looks like they don't really have a lot of views yet, but we're going to change that. We're going to help run them up. You know, support Black content creators, that part. And so this routine is a 13-minute gentle morning vinyasa flow and the person's name is Mel Douglas. And we already know I love me some vinyasa and I love me some flow. And also too, I love that we're going gentle today because I was actually originally planning on running. But I've ran every day since Wednesday. And so basically I've ran 5 days in a row. Yeah. 5 days in a row. No. 3 days in a row. I ran 3 days in a row, which for me, I'll be honest, 3 days in a row is a lot for me, just in general. Even when I am in shape, I never do 3 days in a row. So I'm actually going to take today off from running. And yeah, we're going to do some yoga instead. And that's going to be my recovery. And then we'll get back to it the next day. About time this comes out, this will be out on Monday. But yeah, so, but anyway, the name of the channel that this is on. So I haven't checked out the whole entire channel yet. This particular one just popped out. And so I was like, okay, we're going to check it out because it's nice and short and sweet. Because also, I will also preface this. If you haven't noticed lately, I've been trying to find yoga routines that are 30 minutes or less. And I will just say this, I'm going to be fully transparent. It's because it takes me less time to edit. It takes me less time to get it out. And also too, because I am doing more of the other stuff more now than just yoga, because in the winter months is when I go a little bit higher on the yoga, less on the running, more on the gym. Summer months is when that all switches around. I go high on the running, easy on the gym, and easy on the yoga. So I'm still doing everything. It's just I have to switch it up in order for the running to take precedent because running's going to be the main focus now until really until June. And then in June, I have to add cycling and swimming to it because I'm going to be doing a couple triathlons this summer too. So I have a lot going on. I have a lot cooking. So, but yeah, that's kind of why lately, if you've noticed, my yoga, Get Fit With Me yoga editions have been a little bit shorter because I am intentionally looking for routines that are not too long for that reason. And also the other full disclosure part of it is that I think I'm going to upgrade and get me and actually purchase an editing program because the editing program that came with my computer, it was free, but it gives me a time sometimes. Sometimes it crashes. Sometimes I have to redo the video. It's a whole entire thing. So I might end up investing in getting like a decent editing program. But for those who are in these YouTube streets who have any suggestions of what's a good editing program, and also too, I'll be honest, I'm archaic. I do not have a MacBook. I have a Windows computer, so a Windows-based system. So, or if you know of like something that would be in a MacBook that is accessible that I can add to the Windows, like if iMovie, I'm not sure if iMovie is, I just have to do more research. Anyway, I'm getting really, really sidetracked, but that was the other reason why I just kind of wanted to let you guys know why the Get Fit With Me series yoga editions have not been as long. I'm intentionally trying to find routines that are not as long for multiple reasons right now at this point. But in the winter months, we'll get back to it where we have 45-minute yoga series I'm reviewing and things like that. But, and I'm sure a lot of people around this time of year can identify with that. Once it starts getting nicer outside, unless you're doing a yoga routine indoors, you're not really trying to be indoors so much. The winter months is kind of more the hibernation season and kind of the time where you're struggling the most to like continue working out. So, but I know on the other side of the globe, they have the opposite going on. Their winter's starting to happen, whereas we're like at, summer's about to happen here in the United States. So, but anyway, I'm rambling a little bit, and I almost forgot the yoga channel this is from is Black Women's Yoga Collection. Imagine that. So you mean to tell me I just had to go to this one channel? I don't believe that. I call cap. I call cap on that. One day maybe it could be a whole. I did see that on when I was doing some of my research, and we're going to get off subject. Well, walk with me a little bit. I did see on YouTube that there are some Black yogi like alliances that people have joined and stuff. Because I'll be honest, it actually is hard for me to find it. It's not an easy find. It really isn't. And even when I was looking for another new yogi instructor, I noticed that there was like a top 10 best YouTube yogi instructors, and none of them were of color. I'm not even talking about just Black. None of them were of color. And I'm just like, not even of color? Are you kidding me? Do you know where yoga came from? So, anyway, we're staying positive, right? We're staying positive. But anyway, that's what threw me. And it was like it seemed like a reputable like source who did this, but it was I'm just kind of like, So it kind of is just a friendly reminder of what I am doing. I feel like I'm doing the right thing right now, trying to get other people's stuff out there and not let it just get buried in the sphere of, social media. But anyway, we're not going to get all political and stuff on this channel, and I'm not going to go onto my soapbox today. Not today. Maybe in story time, but not today. Anyway, let's go back and bring that energy back up to positivity, and let's get into it. So we are starting today's practice in a comfortable seated position. In the C position, we do end up stretching with our arms above our head, and then from there we're going to stretch out our neck on both sides, kind of doing a side stretch on both sides. Once we complete doing that, then we are going to do a gentle twist while still seated on both sides as well. Once we have completed doing the gentle twist on each side, we are then going to do a seated forward bend with still in the seated position. now we have transitioned to being on all fours. We're kind of doing like a gentle cat-cow pose in this position. Now we are transitioned over into a downward facing dog. I'm pedaling the dog. From the downward facing dog, we then make our way to the back of the mat in a downward forward bend, and then kind of hanging like a ragdoll a little bit. And then from there, we're going to do kind of like a mid tabletop type thing, standing tabletop. And then we're going to end up being back in downward facing dog. From the downward facing dog position, we then transition to being back on all fours, going into a hero pose. And then this is actually going to be where we conclude the practice as well, in the hero pose. So that concludes the practice for today. Sorry, I just had to make sure the mic was on. It is. Okay. So that concludes the practice for today. I would rate that about an 8.5. It definitely was more on the gentle side. I was hoping to be more on the vinyasa flow side and less on the gentle side. But with the title, you just kind of know what you're getting. There was some vinyasa, but it was just very, it was definitely more on the gentle side, which is great for if you're wanting to start off. I would recommend this video if you're someone who's just trying to get back into it or just want to start doing yoga, because there wasn't a lot of difficult poses where injury could be caused if you weren't doing it properly. There was kind of a little bit of room for error with this practice. So if you're newer to the practice or you're trying to get back into it, I would definitely recommend this video. And I did kind of peruse through their channel a little bit more. They have other different types of yoga on there too. And she's not the only instructor off of that channel. It's like a collective of Black yogi instructors, Black women yogi instructors. So yeah, I would recommend that. One thing I did like about it was she's very, very much someone who talks you through the pose. So, and the transitions they're very good for those who have difficulty following along. It was great for that. Like, she was very, very good, very deliberate about her words and what you're doing and why you're doing it. And that was one thing I definitely appreciated. I did like her voice. Also, she's definitely a yoga instructor. Also, too, one thing I did like, and also too, there's another yogi instructor. I think she's pretty popular. That I want to see if she has a yoga routine on YouTube. I've been trying to find it, and she definitely is known for being body positivity. With all that. So I am going to try to find that person. But anyway, that's for another day. But overall, I did like this routine and I would recommend it. And I'm going to, of course, put their information in the description so you can check out the channel. I did notice, though, I will say this, I noticed there wasn't a lot of content on the channel. So I'm not sure if they're still using the channel or not, because it's clear that they're a yoga collective. And they probably have their own studio, and maybe they're doing this. And I think I've said this in previous videos before. It seems like a lot of the people that I'm finding, with the exception of a handful of them, they were doing this because of the world in 2020. So I think that's kind of the other challenge I'm kind of finding when it goes to looking for different people to review. The ones that stuck with it, there's not that many that stuck with it afterwards. They went back to, probably doing the practices in person. But I'm going to continue to try to find some, and I would recommend going to their channel. I just wanted to give you just a little bit of a thing. You might be getting through their channel fairly quickly because I didn't see as much content there as, and I think even that video that I reviewed was from a year ago. So, anyway, hopefully you like the content. Please continue to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of it. Or if you don't, just do that. Please just support. That, it's important, right? I would support you if you asked me to, right? I would. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm being silly right now. Please like and comment and subscribe to the channel if you get anything out of the content. It's your girl Sharon, aka the Melanin Nostalgic Runner, and I will see you next time. Bye.